Today we're doing another pedal test with my Sunday High C 29er. We're installing those Pedaling Innovation Catalist pedals, and they are the bigger ones. These are 199 bucks on the website. The Dirty Sixer pedals on their website say that they have the biggest pedal in the business, which is not true. A Dirty Sixer pedal behind this pedal, yeah, look. You see that like 45-degree angle there on the end? The Dirty Sixers are square on the end. So and one time I was riding this, I kind of almost got my foot stuck on the end of this. I didn't really want to flip around there. Pedaling Innovation actually has the biggest bicycle pedal in the business. Mr. Big Chris. And today we're going to test some big pedals, Pedaling Innovations. Whoa, dun, dun, dun. These are probably the biggest pedals in the world. And when you buy Pedaling Innovations, you get this cool box. You get this cool little sticker. You get all these. I want to personally thank you for investing in these Catalist pedals. It's my goal to give you the best pedal on the market. Man, look at this. Isn't that cool? You know, and more information on the back of the card. But this is my favorite. Look at this sticker here. The sticker looks just like the pedal. It shows you where you should put your feet. You know, it tells you how great these pedals are. These are the big ones, and they are monsters. Is all I can say. And they also come with longer studs. So I think, you know, these are the studs and they come with longer ones. And I think that maybe a couple, like a longer one here, here, and here, and maybe one here, here, and here, you know, would be pretty cool. But I think that I think the ones that are on here are going to grip really good. Really, really good. All right. And I'll show you the pedals that the last pedal, only pedal that I've ever done a test on were these right here. And these are Dirty Sixer pedals. Dirty Sixers. There they are. They got big round ends on them. And the Dirty Sixers are about the same size as these. I know that these are 140 millimeters long. And you can tell that the Pedaling Innovations Catalyst pedal is a little bit bigger than the Dirty Sixer. And the Dirty Sixer website says that they have the biggest pedal, which is just not the truth, because Pedaling Innovations does have a pedal bigger than the Dirty Sixer. So there you go. Well, the first thing we need to do is take a 15 millimeter wrench and get these Odyssey pedals off, these plastic Odyssey pedals, which I think are really good pedals, to be honest with you. I really like them. So this is the left pedal. Yeah. See right there? It's the left pedal. We're going to put it on here and we're going to see the difference. You know, these Odyssey pedals, people have been riding on these for like 25 years, and they are great pedals. But here's the size difference. Looky there. These are the biggest ones that Catalist makes. The pedals didn't have any lube on them. The ones I took off this bike. So we're gonna make sure we put a little lube on here today. Monster size pedals on this bike, man. Look at that. On here too. Oh man, look at that. those Dirty Sixer pedals don't have the spot where you can actually use a wrench. The only thing they have is you have to have an 8mm wrench for the. Oh yeah. If you're interested in the Dirty Sixers, or want to see the test on them, just go through back a few videos and putting some lube on here. All right. Well, life is just like that, isn't it? You say you like and want one thing, 10 seconds later you decide, you know what? That's not what I want after all. All right. There we go. Wow. Look at that. The big monster pedaling innovation pedals on the bike. Look how big they are. Oh man, those things are awesome. I got them on my Sunday High C. It's raw colored with candy purple in the front. We got a camera mount up there. I done a Brooks seat video. You can watch that. I put this awesome Brooks, I think it's a B37 seat. I think that's the name of it. Made in England. I love this seat, man. It is so comfortable. But a Sunday High C, it's about my favorite 29er because I'm overweight. It's full chrome moly frame and fork, handlebars, cranks, sealed bearing hubs. I think it's a 13mm, a 13 tooth freewheel in the back, and maybe a 25 in the front. Man, look at those Catalist pedals on this bike. Isn't that awesome? All right, now it's time to take for a test ride. All right. Today, right now we are at the Panhandle Trail. And we are at the Colliers parking lot. And the trail begins or ends at the Harmon Creek parking lot, which is down in Weirton, West Virginia, right by the Ohio River. Now they're actually paving between here and Harmon Creek today, from Colliers down to Harmon Creek today. I normally park, you know, down at Weirton, and I ride up this way, but since they're paving the last section down there, and it ends down here at Walker's Mill, which is basically just Carnegie. See, here's Walker's Mill, and here's Carnegie. So if we go back up to, I live in Weirton. So the Weirton parking lot's right here. Then you come up here to Colliers. And there's all kinds of parking places on here. Anywhere you see a P is a parking. There's actually parking right here at Burgertown, and two restaurants and a convenience store. So you can just go down this trail. Here's where the Montour Trail crosses the Panhandle Trail. McDonald's a cool place to stop. They got 2 pizza places, a Subway, and all these other parking lots. There's a place down here has a pizza place, and there's a bunch of historical stuff along through here. So we're at the Panhandle Trail at the Colliers parking lot on my Sunday High C, and we're getting ready to go for a little test ride. Look at the size of those pedals. Here's the ones that come off of it. Look how much bigger they are. If I didn't have those reflectors on there, these pedals are almost, they're a third or a half as big again as these pedals, and it's the largest size they sell. Pedal Innovations. Their regular pedals are smaller than these. All right, we're about ready for a test run. Well, I took her for a little test ride, and these pedals are so amazing. I just love them. Man, they are great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ride Ragbri this year. I think I'm gonna take these pedals with me to Ragbri. 29-inch BMX bike. I have just put the large size pedaling innovation pedals on my bike. Went for a little test ride. Man, they are amazing. This Brooks seat is amazing. It's all good today. All good. Hey there, I'm Mr. Big Chris. This is like my first big bicycle filming extravaganza. Up here on top, I have the Insta360 X4. Right here, I have an Ace Pro just shooting in front of me. And right here in my hand, I've got an Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I want to show off these pedals I'm using. Man, those pedals are nice. Wow, I rode 40 minutes. Shoot, I'm gonna run out of battery. That's okay. All right, I'll show you. Look, I can't. The speed I'm going, I can't even add any speed to it. I'm going so fast. Yeah, you can see my big old belly down there. Like I said, like last September 15th, I weighed 465, and I can't say enough about these pedals, man. I tell you what, I've rode a lot of bikes in my life, you know. Even after I got overweight, I'd still go ride quite a bit. And after just riding 4, 5, 6 miles on these pedals, I know that these are the best pedals I've ever used. I absolutely love them. Diet, I'm addicted to Diet Mountain Dew. And when I leave here, I'm gonna go buy one and talk about it. And I swear it's gonna be the last one I ever drink. I was off Diet Mountain Dew for 2 or 3 weeks. And when I got sick about 3 weeks ago, I had all that congestion, you know, basically had pneumonia. So I bought me a couple of 2 liters of Diet Mountain Dew. And it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I drank one. And I feel I got a couple of like 32 ounce cups, plastic cups that you mix paint in. And that's what I drink out of. So I'll put a whole ice tray in there, and then it'll hold about 20 or 25 ounces of drink. But well, you know, I'm real sick and stuff. I'm not gonna be able to exercise. I'm just gonna drink Diet Mountain Dew and be happy. Man, the next day I had to go get more Diet Mountain Dew. That first drink was so good, and it put me in such a better mood. Hey there, young man. And I don't know, I've never done drugs. I've only drank about 10 or 15, 20 times. I'm 57 years old, but when I'm not drinking Mountain Dew, I'm always thinking about it. Man, just don't get it. This is a really pretty section. I guess the people across the way, they keep this mowed, and there ain't no chance of buying a house over there. I can tell you that. We're at the state line, but we're not gonna blast this guy. How you doing, sir? Man, I'm trying to burn some calories, young man. That's right. We'll see you later. Yeah. You know, out here on this trail, it's legal for me to videotape people, but I'm not into that. If somebody rides by or whatever, but I'm just not gonna video blast people for no reason. That's not why I'm out here. I want people to be happy with me. You know, I don't want them to be mad. I tell you what, it'd be a lot better if these people just give me some cold Diet Mountain Dew. Everything would be all right. Everything would be okay. Everything would be all right. Well, that guy was at the state line, so all 3 cameras are still blinking red. It would be great if we can make it back to the truck. You know, I'm standing up right now on 1 foot, and I went riding a few times over the last couple of years. I was so big, I wouldn't stand up on the pedals. Like I stand up on, I got this hand, the can that this camera's in, it's just sitting on I'm not holding on with it. I just got my hand on it, a couple of fingers. Maybe I can show it with this 360 camera. Well, hanging on a little bit. But I stood up then, and I'm gonna be honest, as great as this seat is, kind of ready to get off of it. This should be pretty interesting.